In 2018, you decided to move to China.
Indeed, yeah.
And what led you to that decision?
Good question. So let's rewind to 2008. Before I'd go to university and give geology a try.
Wow.
And I don't know how, but managed to leave with a degree. And then that ended up being my career for a few years.
Wow.
I was a geologist. I worked on an oil rig.
Wow.
Not so much for the job
So many
itself.
different things.
It was for the lifestyle. I liked the idea of having...
That's a very poetic way to describe your job.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah. I mean, if you knew what I did on my time off, then I think it wouldn't be as poetic. But yeah, I would work for like 2-3 weeks at a stretch and then have 2 to 3 weeks off.
Wow.
Which is
Wow.
So you like flown in on a helicopter or something?
Yeah. So it's
Wow.
from London to Aberdeen.
Jason, have you been on a helicopter? Have you been in a helicopter? Because you can't stand up
I've
in
seen
a helicopter.
helicopters.
No. You cannot,
Sometimes
yeah.
I was living in Wuhan and there was a
Okay.
helicopter in the hospital and I would see it and think, wow, that's
But have
cool.
you never been in one?
No, I've never even touched one. That's pretty
Oh,
cool. That's
yeah,
really
yeah.
something.
I think the extreme thing, to be honest, about the whole helicopter thing was the training you have to take to be on one.
To just
just
be a
be-
passenger.
Yeah, so it's
Oh.
like basically, I suppose, in case the S word hits the fan, you need to know what to do in case.
Well, how do we survive a helicopter
Yeah,
crash?
what's the
Yeah.
biggest no-no when if you're ever still
So
lucky on a helicopter?
funny
the
enough,
blades.
actually, there's like a kind of sea etiquette because your survival chance or your survival rate of escaping from a helicopter that's in the sea is reduced drastically if you don't sit next to a window. So
Don't
there's
take the middle seat.
Yeah.
basically,
Wow.
yeah. But the training involved going into like a replica helicopter, which is kind of suspended above a 6-7 meter deep pool.
This sounds like NASA training.
I
They
suppose
dumped you into
They
the
do. They do a total of 6 times, and the last 2 times they turn this replica helicopter upside down. This is whilst you're like seatbelted into a
And you're-
chair.
How long do you stay in that position?
Well, I mean, like the whole thing was supposed to be a few seconds, but I think in my case it was a bit longer.
Are there gentlemen, ladies down there with like snorkels ready to save you in case you don't know what to do? Wow.
In case, yeah.
That's insane.
That is insane.
So you're supposed to do that every 4 years. And as you can imagine,
Is this why you left geology?
At one of those 4-year marks, I thought to myself,
I'm moving to China.
this is enough.
and I've never seen a swimming pool the same way since then.